This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
All right. Okay. Banter, cold open, banter. Nathan, how about this weather?
Yeah, rainy. Cold and rainy.
It sure is, Nate.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're doing something we've never done before. We're I don't know how to describe it. I just describe it the way it is. I have like maybe 24 news articles, and we're going to talk about all of
We
them.
won't go through them.
We're just going to rapid fire. I think we should do it in order. I'm not even going to jump around drawers. We're just going to go in order as I have them and see how many episodes of the podcast we can get out of every single piece of news I have.
Let's do it.
You want to get it? Let's get into it. You ready?
Let's get into it.
So this is the beginning of, I guess, a power hour. That's what we normally call that. All right. Well, welcome to another episode of The Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
And what we normally do, if you're joining us for the first time, is kind of similar to what I just said. We're just doing a lot of it today. We take headlines and we read them, and we have conjecture-based comedy podcast conversations about them.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to read the articles, Nathan.
No.
Because facts just get in the way. At the end, we do risk it all. We put our lives on the line to play one card to see if we choose one to see what's going on here. What's this?
Yeah.
We choose one. Anyway, if you want to send us headlines, you should. You guys can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com. You could also join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Royal WeCast.
Yeah.
It's come to my attention. I'm not saying that very clearly. Royal We, that's us, and then cast, like podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Someone told me it sounds like I'm saying Royal Weak Ass. Which no. We cast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Royal weak ass. Yeah. Use your
Royal Weak Ass.
Use your mind, son.
Okay, so top of this is the medicine drawer.
Okay.
And if you're joining us, we're going to record about, we record about 20, 30, 35 minutes,
Yeah.
and then we get out of here. So we're going to do this in discrete chunks. Okay. So this is the first one. Top drawers medicine drawer.
What's that mean?
This is the medicine drawer episode.
Okay.
What do I mean about discrete chunks?
Discrete chunks. It's a good, I don't know.
What I mean, I don't really know what I mean by that phrase exactly, but my point is medicine's in this episode, and the next episode won't have any medicine because that drawer will be empty.
I'll be gone. Yeah, I see. I got you.
Because we're starting in the medicine drawer, and I will not let up until the medicine drawer is empty.
Okay.
I promise that to you at home, folks. I promise that to you, Nathan, and I promise that to the Lord of Greece, Fabio.
Yeah, Lord Fabio.
Let's open up the medicine drawer. I'm choking on edamame. Hold on. Sam, now you quit eating that edamame. We're doing a podcast.
Quit eating that man, mama, damn.
Okay. Podcast. Let's open the medicine drawer. Okay, Fox News host. This one's been sitting in the drawer for a while. Fox News host Pete Hegseth, I'm not sure who that is, but he's a guy on Fox News, says he has not washed his hands in 10 years. Germs are not a real thing.
Oh my God.
He's quoted as saying.
I mean, it's like we're going back to the dark ages.
I think it's...
We know germs are a thing. That was a big discovery in humanity.
Yeah, I know. 100%. And I think it's also I think it's more that he's being sussed out. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, this guy was not washing his hands for a long time. For over 10 years, he says. Mm-hmm. And like now he, for some reason, feels emboldened to tell us about it.
Yeah. He's got too bold. And you say that to the world on TV. Be like, I ain't never washed my hands.
He's a news host.
Yeah.
Like, not that those guys are like, super intelligent, smart people, but I don't imagine are they all Ron Burgundy? Was that a documentary?
And they have like influence.
Can you imagine going more than a day without washing your hands?
No. I mean, you just get stuff on them. Like
10 years.
And how many sandwiches?
He went 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many sandwiches?
So a sloppy? You got a sloppy egg salad sandwich gets a little bit on your hands, so he's just licking it off? What's he doing?
Yeah. Just letting them go.
How can you honestly feel germs are not a real thing?
I don't know. He's probably, you've lost touch. You've lost touch with reality. Being like, well, I never get sick. But you still know germs are a thing. I never wash my hands, so I never get sick.
And also, why?
Well, he never.
What is his?
He never said he didn't get sick, though. I made that part up. He may be sick all the fucking time.
Yeah. He just says germs are not a real thing.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm sick all the time. I haven't washed my hands in 10 years.
Who's keeping track? I wonder what happened 10 years ago that he was like, no, that I needed to, I mean.
I'm done with this.
My personal views and washing hands aside, but I got to wash them today.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this. Never again. Yeah, what happened? He probably had some run in like the bathroom where like, you know, those like robot sinks. You know what I'm talking about? That like,
Right.
I don't know how better way to describe them. They're like a robot sink. They just like decide to squirt water when you put your hands in, but they don't always work right. Like I never get those fucking
So he
things.
gave up?
Yeah, he just
he gave up?
He just gave up.
Nah, never mind. If this doesn't work, then I'm not about it. It's also wild how comfortable he feels to just tell us this.
Right?
Like this ugliness in his heart. Like, no, man, I'm not about because like I would imagine most people are gonna go, oh, what?
Yeah.
Man, you've been touching this stuff. We work here, man. You touched all that stuff.
Yeah, and you've never not washed your hands in 10 years. Well, I guess like when he takes a shower, that would count as washing your hands. But
Why does he shower, I wonder?
oh, true. He doesn't wash his hands, but he showers. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I feel like you could talk him through it. You know what I mean? Like, buddy, now, okay.
Yeah. Like, listen.
Remember, now, you know how sometimes you get a little bit smelly. Now, that's germs.
those are that's germs happening.
Now, okay, hold on. Come here. Look, this is called a microscope. Let's look inside. Let's just take a peek.
See it?
Let's just take a peek, Mr. Fox
Yeah.
News.
See it, squiggly little booger? That's germs.
Smells terrible. That's on your hands, man.
Yeah. Power has gone to his head. Like he thinks he's hot shit. So he's just like, I'll tell everybody.
News anchor too. Are you even like? Do people know who you are? Like in the anchor man, like when we walk around, people know who he is. But does anyone know who their anchors are?
I don't know.
Unless you're Barbara Walters, who the hell knows who you are?
Yeah, I've never heard of that dude.
Ron Burgundy?
No, I've heard of Ron Burgundy. I've never heard of the guy who doesn't wash his hands for 10 years. I can't even remember
Oh,
his name.
Pete Heggs. I was like, no, that's a made up guy name.
I've never heard of him.
Here's another one in the medicine drawer. Man dies. Man, hilarious. Man dies from eating too much black licorice.
Ugh, that's what you get. I don't think that stuff's supposed to be consumed anyway.
I don't like it either.
I don't
You would
like
have thought, like, how far into the binge on black licorice do you think death is suspect? Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to be like, I got to slow down.
I think I don't know if I've seen, this is weird because it seems like I saw like a YouTube video or something about a guy who, like his body went in, like his liver, yeah, it was something he went on, he was eating like this may be the same thing. It's got to be the same guy. How many people die from black licorice?
So his body had a reaction to it? Or?
He went on like, well, if I remember right, he used to be like a heroin addict or something. And then he like,
okay.
And then he like,
which notoriously weakens your body for licorice.
yeah, it weakens you down. But he did something like he went on this crazy kick where he used to eat something else. And then he switched it up and he was eating like big sacks of black licorice, like at his work, like all
to try to kick heroin.
I don't know if it was to kick heroin. I think he just had like an addictive personality was the point of that.
Sounds like
And
it.
yeah, but he would just, over the course of like several days, he ate like pounds and pounds of licorice, and it did something to like his body, like his like liver shut down or his kidney, something.
I imagine completely would stop you up completely. If you're eating a pound, more than a pound of, I mean, I ate a pound of cheese one time and I got completely stopped up.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to eat pounds of anything.
But speaking of it, did you get that picture I sent you of that food challenge?
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's only 500. It's like $15 US if you fail.
And
it.
I feel like we could do it. I feel like 2.4 kg of curry. Yeah, sign me up. I got it.
Yeah, if I saw that. Would you see the video I sent you of the guy doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's it looks like it's just mostly rice, a big pile of rice.
Yeah, it is a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they get you.
But that is really, and you got to eat it in 20. And you got to eat in 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, it sounds easy.
I think I could do it, man. I could crush down some food.
I'd probably do it too. There's actually several like big food challenges here in Taipei. We should check them out. There's another one that's like a big what do you call that? Not donburi. It's the thing where it's like like they have it like Yoshinoya. It's like the rice with like the meat on top of it.
Oh, don. Like don?
Yeah.
Rice don?
Yeah.
It was so funny. This article was man dies from eating too much. You're like, oh, we should
Let's go eat too much. Let's go eat too much.
Well, let's just stay away from black licorice. As simple as that.
Yeah, no problem.
I've seen the news. Yeah, black licorice tastes like poison.
Yeah, I don't like it. I've never been a big fan.
Black licorice tastes like you opened up a toolkit and just grabbed a piece of tool of like just like a rubber hose or something you found in someone's toolkit and tried to eat it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. It's never tasted like pleasurable. Like it to me, it seems like something like some.
It's never tasted like pleasure.
It's never tasted like pleasure to me. But it's like old fashioned candy. You know what I mean? It's like that was probably good at some point because there was not. What else are you going to eat? Honey.
right?
Sugar, plain sugar. Like there was no like candies, and then somebody invented
What
that.
is black licorice?
I don't know. It's got something in it. There's like a name. There's something that's specific that's in it that gives it that taste. But I forget. I don't know.
Black star anise, because that's kind of tastes similar.
Oh,
to that.
it may be. That might be it. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Why does that taste so good to some people? For example, like there's very few flavors I don't like, but that's one of them.
Yeah,
I'm just like, no thanks.
same way. Like,
why is that? How does that work?
Like, I mean, I would like it doesn't make me sick or anything. I mean, but it's like I would never.
Yeah.
I would never like be like, oh, I'm going to eat that. You know.
Someone will offer me one. I will always try it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. It's kind of like candy corn.
Even though I know I don't like it, I go, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my friends of the show, she had some really nice black licorice, and she knew that it was pretty, like, you know, not people generally don't like it. She's like, I got this exported from England, and it's very nice. It's my favorite thing, and I'll give you some. But if you're not going to like it, I don't want to give it to you. And I was like, no, I think I like it. And then because she gave me that whole spiel, I just put it in my mouth, and I was like, yeah. I super didn't like it.
Yeah.
I had to like choke it down and be like,
Yeah, same way. Like if somebody offers it to me, I'll always try it again because I'm like, well, maybe this is different, and I'm always just like, nah, I could have done without that.
yeah, that's one of the few things that I super definitely don't like.
Yeah, like I said, it kind of tastes like medicine. But like I said, like if at some point in history that was like, holy shit, like this doesn't taste like beans or like whatever the fuck you're eating. You know what I mean? Like
I'm tired of these damn beans.
I'm tired of these goddamn beans and potatoes and corn. And there's something sweet. Like you only get.
That's why they get those like wild wines or like those like really stout beers. Like those are some crazy flavors that people like. We need this. We need the novelty in our lives.
Yeah, we need something else. Like imagine that. Like the only time you tasted anything cold was when it fucking snowed. Like there was no like.
There was no Coors.
There's no Coors. There's no Coors Light.
Cold as the mountains. There was back then they didn't have that.
Yeah, nobody tasted the Rockies. Wasn't that their slogan?
That's really true because like we take that for granted. Of just like if I want something cold, I just go get a cold drink. But like, that's witchcraft. That's witchcraft as late as not even. You don't even have to go that far back.
No, like my fucking like your grandpa or great grandpa was just like, I've never had a cold drink.
Think about our grandfather. Like my grandfather came from the Azores in Portugal, like super poor, lived on a farm, and then now lives like in a city in America. The just the technology alone trip from that to where he is now. Is that going to be like us? When we're old, people are like, all right, grandpa. Like
probably. I mean,
are we just living on farms right now?
I mean, I'm from a time before. I mean, I remember when the fucking internet didn't exist, and that's why. Like when I was a little kid, like I forget what it's called, but like I fall into one of those weird like cross generational things where it's like, because like when I was a kid I had like an analog childhood, and then like by the time I was like a young adult it was like digital, so there's like a weird but you know, like when you were a little kid there was no there was no internet, there was no like cell phones or anything, but then by the time I was like 20 all that existed was just like a normal thing. But when I was like a younger kid that was not.
I suppose that's a little bit true for me because I remember having like but that stuff was like so old and antiquated it was basically garbage. Like I had access to like cassette recorders and like VCRs, and I had like an old radio wave black and white TV because essentially the older people in my life were like, garbage, give this to the kid.
Yeah, but like I had like a Walkman whenever like those were the thing, like that was like the new shit.
Oh, I see. Yeah, see, I did not. Yeah, I had one and I was a hipster about it.
Yeah, and then like when CDs were like invented. And I remember getting my first CD. This is a funny fucking story. The first fucking CD player I ever had, like a Discman. I didn't even know how to because it was a new thing. It was like you watch now. Like
CD, yeah, right. This is why, because I can't imagine a time not understanding CDs.
Right.
So this is a pretty novel story.
Yeah, so it's like I've seen those YouTube videos where kids, they like give them like an old like rotary phone and like try to get them to work it like a 10-year-old kid now.
Right.
And they have no idea how to operate like an old rotary phone. And it was the same way, but it was like a new thing. I got like a CD and I think it was like a Queensryche album. Like I don't even know why the fuck I had that, but I remember putting it in and
Dream Control.
Yeah. I think the name of the album was Operation Mind Crime. It was like one of the first.
Queensryche is out there, man.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know why. I've never really listened to it. I don't know why I had that, and I'm pretty sure that was like the first CD I ever had. But I remember taking it and putting it in my Discman, and I didn't know that you had to like put it. So like I closed it up, and I'm sitting there listening to it, And I listened to this thing for like fucking 10 minutes, and it's just going hip hop hop ship hip hop nope nope yip yip hop hop shit go go go. And I'm like, man, this is some trippy shit.
This is, man, I knew Queensrÿche was out there, but I don't know.
This is real out there. Then I was like, this can't be right. Like after a minute, I was like, this can't. And I opened up, and I didn't push the CD down. You know, I didn't like pop it.
So it was just flopping around on the laser?
It was just flopping around on the laser, skipping everywhere. And I thought that was the music. And I was like, this is wild.
That is wild.
And then I like opened it up and was like, pop, like it like snapped down in, into place. And I was like, oh, okay.
I remember thinking immediately, because I used to listen to a lot of cassettes in my dad's cars and stuff, but like CDs, there's like I guess they're a better technology, but they're infinitely more fragile.
Yeah.
Like you scratch the shit out of it's done.
Yeah, if you get a scratch on it and it's fucked up, that same, and you always know, like,
You're
done.
done.
You're done, buddy.
You're done, buddy. Get a little scratch, you're done.
Scratch on it, you're done. I like how we're talking about this. This started with like black licorice, and then we're like, remember CDs?
Yeah, let's do another headline. We are never. I said we're not going to stop recording until we're done. We're 2 in and we're 20 minutes recording. We are never. We're gonna be. We're gonna die recording this podcast because I have like 30 headlines.
We can always do the rapid fire. What do they call that?
Lightning round. I've only got one more.
Okay.
I've only got one more in the medicine drawer. So let's just then we can close the medicine
Let's
drawer.
close it up.
Okay, woman recovering from serious injuries after hit with egg.
What kind of egg was it?
And also maybe the precision. Think about like where you could get hit with it. Like if someone got you right in the eye, like right in the eye socket and whipped it hard enough, I bet you that would hurt you.
Yeah, for like in the temple, the side of your temple.
Yeah.
Just,
Where else? What's a good soft spot that would just get, I mean, an egg whipped at you? I don't think there's any, I mean, it has to be your face. It has to be.
It's got to be your face somewhere, yeah.
I mean,
taking an egg to the face. There's a video online. I'll have to find it. But it's this guy just precision. He chucks this egg and it just happens. This guy drives by on like a scooter or something just as this egg happens. It's like the perfect shot.
So he was whipping it without guy in mind. He was just whipping an egg.
Maybe. Either that or this guy was just like, watch this. I'm going to lead. It's like he was leading this shot like a sniper shot in a game or something. He was like, pow. But he chucks this egg and it hits this totally unsuspecting dude just right in the head. You would never think you're just like on your way to work and now you're like, God damn it. What the fuck? So this guy busted in the head with an egg. Now you've got to deal with that your whole day. Like your day is ruined at that point because some dumbass chucked an egg.
Right, and like, and what's so funny about that too is like, there's no need for it. It was just blind tomfoolery. I'm just like, what are you doing, man?
Right, absolute chuckle fuckery, just zinging an egg, and but yeah. So it had to. I mean, you had to
recovering from serious injuries. I'm thinking either it got her like in her open mouth or got her in an eye.
But I mean, it could break your nose,
or it was just like it was an ostrich egg. Someone just like hurled it.
Yeah, like I mean, if you dropped an ostrich egg off like an overpass on somebody, you could probably kill you.
Yeah, they're tough.
Yeah,
they're tougher than you think.
They're super tough, and they weigh like multiple.
Every time I've seen someone try to cook one on YouTube, they're always surprised. Like, I can't get it.
I can't even get into it. Yeah,
woman recovering from serious injuries. What's so funny too is like no one's gonna believe you. You're in the hospital, and they're like, it was an egg. You're like, no, it wasn't. What were you doing?
Yeah, what? No, I'm telling you, if someone hit me with an egg, and imagine being on the other end of that. Like if charges were pressed. You know what I mean? And
I just threw an egg at her.
Yeah, and then you're in court and you're in prison or something because you fucked this lady. You have to do jail time.
That's how it goes, man. You see all that stuff on YouTube, like like frat boys and stuff, just like chuckle fucking around and tackling each other. I'm always thinking like, oh, like you ever see like someone just chilling at a party and their buddy just flying tackles up? I'm always thinking they're gonna slip a disc. They're gonna paralyze each other.
Yeah. One the rabbit hole I went down a while back was just watching people. They would put airbags and sneak airbags into like people's chairs, like car airbags, and then
airbags.
Yeah, then just fucking blow them up.
They would wait, back up. They take the airbag out of a car,
yeah, and like put it in underneath the cushion of a couch, and then their buddy's just sitting there, and then they just blow them up. I mean,
is that as insane as I'm imagining?
Yes, it literally launches them into the ceiling, like it and
get fucked, buddy. What a prank.
Yeah, I mean, because some of them, like literally, I love a good laugh like that, but there's a lot of those. I'm like, that guy. Like, there's no way that guy just walked out of there. Like, there's some of those people look like they were seriously hurt. Because I mean, it's you got to think you're setting, and then something blows up from your ass so hard that it knocks you into the roof. Like
it throws their whole body in the ceiling?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like full on adult humans just get launched.
I want to Google it. I'm gonna Google it. I'll paste it into the Twitch check. I gotta get eyes on this because I don't believe it. I mean,
Dude, there's tons.
I believe it, but
there's dozens of videos.
I don't believe it. What do I type in here? Airbag.
Yeah, just airbag prank. Yeah, it'll come right up.
Oh wow.
There's one in particular where they blow up this dude in like it looks like he's in like a mechanic's like garage or something, and he's like an older guy.
I think I see it.
And then he like sets on a
best of airbag pranks. Wow, that thing definitely inflates quick. There's a guy, I'm gonna paint the picture for you guys. I paused it exactly when it exploded, and it happened not even a frame, and he's already in the sky.
Yeah, it's insane. The amount of force.
These people are dying.
Yeah, I mean, they're not. When you watch them, it's really funny to me. But at the same time, I'm like, some of these people had to have gotten hurt. Like, you don't get blown up and then just walk away from it. Well, one of the guys, like they do it as a joke, and then he when he lands, like he doesn't move, and they come up to him and are like, "Oh shit!" And then like the video cuts, but like they go up to him like,
"Oh man, I think I found that one." It's the old guy in the red jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Enough of that. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
So that's 3 headlines, man. We're never gonna get through it. Let's close. Wait. Let's close the medicine drawer. Let's close the medicine drawer.
All right.
Bam, close. Right?
So, like, maybe you got hit in the nose. Break your nose. Like if you're.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll play the card on that.
Nah.
Let's open. Okay, I have enough for maybe. Okay, I thought we were gonna be banging these out, dude. We opened up one drawer. Okay, I got 2 in the spook grease drawer, and I think that's gonna do it for this episode.
Okay,
and then we'll try our luck in the next one. All right.
All right.
Okay, spook. Keep it serious. Focus, Nathan. Focus.
Focus.
I lost focus on the word focus. I said focus.
Focus.
Spook grease. Monsters and unexplained. All right, open that drawer up. Teen who survived a lightning strike, waiting for powers to kick in.
Dude, that's got to be like an Onion headline. That sounds like an Onion headline.
It does sound like an Onion headline, but I also like that this guy got struck. He's in the hospital, and someone's interviewing him. He's like, any day now.
Yeah, I'm going to have my superpowers.
I mean, yeah, you all laughed at me, but
yeah,
you're all fucked.
I mean, you're lucky your superpowers, you're not dead, man. Like you got struck by the cosmos.
Getting struck by lightning feels like I guarantee it sucks, and I don't want it to have happened. But it feels like a cool thing to tell people. Like I got struck.
I was getting ready to say a minute ago. I was like, I'm glad I've never been. It sounds like a dumb thing to say, but like I'm glad I've never been struck by lightning.
And I'm like, I wish I had.
Yeah. What's weird is a lot of people who get struck by lightning again.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, like people have been struck like 4 or 5 times. Like you just become like I would never go outside again. I would be absolutely.
I imagine it's because they're not because of their body makeup or anything special about them. It best be like the places that like wherever they're going,
something,
whatever their habits or what their daily routine is.
Yeah, it's got to be something because like I mean I hate it in the wintertime whenever you like touch a door and it shocks you, and like once that starts happening, I'm like, oh geez, you know, like if I'm like weird. I don't want to touch doors. Like if I got struck by lightning, I'd be like, I don't want to ever go out there again.
Yeah.
Like the last time I did,
yeah.
Last time I did, the sky fucked me. Like I don't want to go out again because.
Imagine it turns out that you were just like out in the yard with your fingers up, like fuck you, sky, fuck you, and then you get struck. Like man had been struck 5 times for taunting Sky.
Well, my dad, he didn't get struck directly by lightning, but he was in a building, like a little metal shed that got hit by lightning, and it went in through he was holding a phone, and it went in through the phone line and blew the phone out of his hand. And he was like, he had his elbow against the wall, and when it hit the building, it like went into the building and went into his elbow and like came out his hand. And he was like, for like a year, he's like, my elbow wasn't right. Like it just did, like it felt weird for like a year. I was like, good Lord.
That's funny because you told me about your stories about you being shocked. I think you and your dad, you got the lightning likes you. Boy.
Yeah, I've been shocked a bunch. When I was younger, I used to get shocked all the time. It seemed like one time there was just a wire coming out of the wall when I was a kid, and like why would there be a live wire? And I remember touching it and shocking the living shit out of me.
That's what you get for being curious.
Yeah, I've never touched just a wire again. And I used to have this van, like the first vehicle I ever had was this old van, and something got fucked up with it, and the battery was like discharged, like slowly draining out somehow through the frame in the van. And every morning I would go out to like get in it to like go to school. And when I would touch it, it would shock the fuck out of me. Not like a static.
It would just discharge into you, right?
And like, it would shock me so hard, like my fingers would go numb. And then no one would believe me because it was only the first person who ever touched it. And then finally one day, my buddy, like I was like, I'm not touching it. I think I'd like stayed over at his house or something. And I didn't say anything because I'd said every day, I was like, dude, this van, it shocks the shit out of me. And they're just like, thinking it's like a static shock. And I was like, no, man, like there's some
ghost in that old machine.
Yeah, there's like it's a terrible shock. It's not like a static shock. Like it's crazy. And so he came out one morning and he's waiting for me to like unlock the door. And you know how when you're waiting for somebody to unlock the door, after a few seconds, like you instinctively like check the door to be like, hey, have you know what I mean?
Right.
So I just stood there. I'm like, I'm not touching it. I'm letting him touch it. And all of a sudden I heard this big pop and he goes, fuck. And I was like, see? And he goes, no, that's not right, man. He's like, that's not right. And I was like, I've been trying to tell somebody for weeks that this thing, yeah. And it was like, I finally put two and two together. I was like, oh, that's probably why the battery's going dead. It was like slowly draining into.
I think about this all the time. Vehicles are complicated machines, you know?
Yeah.
And think about like, because I've been watching The Mandalorian recently, which is awesome.
Yeah.
If you're not watching it, I'm sure you're watching it, but it's great.
Yeah, it rules.
Think about cars driving around and just batteries leaking into the frame and that kind of thing, and then put that into the vacuum of space.
Right. Well, I've been playing that game Elite Dangerous. It was free.
Oh yeah, how's that?
A while back. It's great. It's like a space simulator. It's just like it really feels like you're like flying a spaceship. Like there's like all the stuff you have to do. And I think that all the time when I was playing that, I was like, this is crazy. Like
you'll never survive.
No.
Like one little hole in your ship, you're done.
Yeah. Well, like the first time I played it, I accidentally just flew into a star.
You're done.
I just flew and it sucked me in, and I couldn't get because there's like gravity, like all the shit in the game is like.
So you just got too close to it?
It has the entire Milky Way in it. There's like billions of star systems. Like they're all in the game. Then you can go to all of them.
What the heck? You can go to Earth? It starts on Earth?
Yeah, or you could go to the galactic. It's like the entire. So like a big thing in the game is there's just people who document where they've traveled to in the galaxy. They're just exploring.
Yeah,
it's neat.
Just flying into stars. Okay, we got one more article because we're definitely overstated. We did 5 headlines. We're never going to get through this, but we're going to do it. I'm up for the challenge. NYC man plummets into sinkhole as he waits for bus. He finds horror below.
What?
This was in Spook Grease, to remind you. Now, either he found horror in that he got very hurt,
yeah,
or there are demons.
He found horror. I mean, if I fell into a sinkhole, that would be horrible enough. But then once you're in the sinkhole, like you find more horror. Horror.
Do you remember we watched that movie? What was that movie? The Ascent, where those girls, these ladies are.
Oh,
they like go down in that hole.
The Descent, yeah.
The Descent. Oh, it's funny called it the Ascent. Yeah. Of course, it wasn't that.
The opposite.
That's a pretty scary movie, man.
Yeah, it's got that. Yeah, that's a scary movie I actually enjoy because it seems.
Yeah, I remember really enjoying it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the theaters.
It's really grounded.
Yeah, it seems like it could happen. Like I remember going to see that in the theater. There was like 3 older ladies like sitting in front of us, and we're the only people in the theater. It was like me and 2 of my friends, and then these 3 ladies. And every time like something crazy would happen in that movie, this one of those ladies would just absolutely howl, and that would scare. I remember that scaring us more. Like we were laughing, and all of us would start laughing because like something would happen, and it would be like done, on the screen, and she'd go ah, because it would freak you out because you're like, oh shit, that scream's coming from it's in here with us.
Yeah, that rules. That rules. Yeah, I mean, horror movies I think is one of the best. Going to see horror movies in person, like a packed theater, is really fun.
Yeah,
when there's like everyone's freaking out and screaming and stuff, it's fun.
Yeah,
but this was in New York City, so there's no demons under there. I mean, unless Ghostbuster rules are in force.
I mean, he could be. Yeah, he could have found Gozer the Gozerian or
Lord Vigo.
Yeah, he's Vigo.
But if he found something otherworldly, we'd have heard about it, right?
Yeah. Maybe he could have just found like a rat king.
Do you know what makes me believe? I guarantee you aliens aren't a thing.
Okay.
I'm about to go on a goddamn tangent. If aliens were a thing, if there were real secrets, I guarantee Trump, like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to tell you everything.
Oh, he would have told
he would have told us.
He would have spilled the beans.
Don't you think?
Probably. I think if anybody would.
He would have been like, listen.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
But you think, maybe here's the thing. They just didn't tell him. Like, what not? Well.
That could be it too. They just don't tell him. He'll tell everybody. I know the secrets. I got the best secrets. I know all the secrets. Yeah.
Number one secrets are the best. I keep all the best secrets.
Oh, this popped. I'm going to have to say.
That's gotta be.
It's got to be. Yeah, but they just didn't tell him.
I just don't think there's any, because I mean, I guess he would keep like state secrets like secret, but I imagine he would tell us about aliens.
Yeah, it seems like something you'd like.
But he wasn't even keeping state secrets secret.
That's true.
So which one do you want to play? We'll play a card on something. You want to do this horror below? Woman hit with egg? Man died from licorice? Now, it seems like you know that one.
Yeah.
I haven't washed his hands in 10 years. The thing about doing them in order like this is I can't pick and choose spicy ones.
Yeah.
I say egg. Woman hitting the egg with the egg.
Yeah, I see either that one or whatever the horror was. Maybe he fell into like the sewer, just a nasty sewer full of rats or something.
Let's see here. Woman recovering. Woman seriously hurt. Oh, hit by egg thrown from SUV.
That makes it worse. It was drive-by egging. An SUV.
Because I guess they just had way more force. I bet she was going. She like really put some English on it. When she got hit, she didn't even realize it was an egg. She thought she'd been hit by a baseball or a brick.
Jesus. Yeah, so I guess if you were flying by at fucking 70 miles an hour and then you chuck an egg, that egg is moving that speed or more. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Good Lord.
I mean, yeah, she got hit in the face by an egg that was just going in. I thought a dude just hucked it at her, but a dude, I was going flying down the road and threw an egg. That's rough.
Yeah.
They don't know who did it. They don't know who did it though.
Yeah, this is drive-by egging.
She's expected to make a full recovery, whether it was meant to be humorous or turned out to be not so humorous.
Whether it was meant to be humorous. Of course it was. Anytime you throw an egg at somebody, the intent is haha. Maybe a little bit of fuck you, but still, you're throwing an egg. Like you don't expect it to like break a woman's face.
Maim?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah.
Right.
Well, hey, this has continued a long line that we've recently been
a bummer news
this podcast of the headlines being bummers.
All the news is bummers now, man. What happened?
2020, just a big bummer, man.
Yeah,
let's get out of here. We got like 30 more headlines to cover. Okay. All right, let's just quick reset. Okay, I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use the song intro us pesos. Damn it. I'm using his album.
What?
I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his album.
No.
His song. I messed it all up. I lost the flow, the rhythm. I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his song intro /Pathos off the album 151A. I also want to thank, we have one viewer, I believe it's Zach in chat joining us. Hey, Shayla. If you guys want to join us and listen to it live, listen to all that chunky salsa get made, you guys can at twitch.tv/RoyalWeCast. If you want to send us headlines, and you should, you guys could do that at RoyalWeCast on Twitter or RoyalWeCast@gmail.com. We do have some fan submitted ones, but we're going to keep those in the tank for a while because I'm just trying to burn through all these drawers, which honestly is going to take a lot more effort than I thought it would. But hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
That takes care of the business. Anything you want to say, Nate?
Nope.
No. Good night, Dad.
Goodbye.